I have never spent a single dollar on FIFA, and today I'm going to be finding out if it's possible to beat FIFA, which means making it all the way to Division 1 by spending a grand total of up to $100. Now the way this works is simple. We're going to start at the lowest budget level, which in this case is $0, and then build the best team that we possibly can with our budget. Once this is done, we're going to head into Division Rivals, and then play until we either make it into Division 1 or lose 2 games with the team. Now if we are to lose 2 games, it means we have to move on to the next level of budget. Once again, build the best possible team that we can using that budget, and then rinse and repeat this process until we've made it into Division 1, or spent $100 and lost 2 games with the team that we've built, meaning that we would have failed this challenge. Now this is the $0 team, and as you can see we have 0 coins right now. But when I logged into Foot on this day, I was given this 84 plus times 3 pack for free, meaning that we're allowed to open this pack. Now before opening this pack, I went ahead and claimed 2 decent loan cards from the Moment store, and then also added them into our team. And then I also went ahead and completed the daily login upgrade SPC, which only requires 1 bronze card, and although we didn't have many cards in our club at this point, we could afford to sacrifice 1 bronze card. This gave us an 81 plus double upgrade pack, and also allowed us to complete an objective which gave us another pack, and now we have 3 decent packs to open that we can use to hopefully upgrade our team. Okay, first pack, and this is so exciting because almost any card is an upgrade for our team. So we're starting with the 81 plus double upgrade, and it's going to be a boards, and we've already got ourselves a goalkeeper. Second pack now, and it's a boards once again, however it's not a walkout. And it's Pau Torres, and you can see how almost any card we packed was an upgrade to our team. Okay, 3 84 plus players pack, this is the biggest one. It's not a walkout. German Cam Thomas Müller. Okay, that is actually a walkout. I don't know why it didn't give us the animation. Is there anything behind Thomas Müller? Another goalkeeper, and then Kieran Trippier. After this, I went into the squad building section to see what the highest rated squad that I could build was, and the highest rated squad that I could build was only an 83 rated squad is the highest rated squad that we can build, and this is fine for now. But if after spending $100 we haven't completed all of these SPCs, I'm never going to spend money on this game again. And I was very interested to see if I'd get enough fodder to complete all of these SPCs after putting a total of $100 into the game. But after putting $0 into the game, this is the team that we currently have, and it's time for us to go into Division Rivals. Now we're going to be starting in Division 7 for entertainment purposes, so let's see what our team is capable of. So let's see what we're coming up against. Oh yeah, long day. And majority of our team was absolutely horrible. However, we did pack a centre back, and the lone version of Nestor was proving to be a massive help in the defense. Come on Nestor. Oh, what a challenge. And we really only had 1 attacker, so it was important that we made the most out of him. Crouch, find your teammate. Yes, the teammate actually scores, and this is why I chose to start in Division 7. Crouch, lovely shot, what a finish as well. And after developing my master plan, pass the ball to Peter Crouch, I was capable of scoring a grand total of 9 goals against his opponent and winning our first game in Division 7. And with my confidence high, I went into a second game, but my opponent was out to humble me. Because unlike in the previous game, where my opponent wasn't capable of exploiting my defense, this opponent was. And after scoring a goal early on against me, my opponent would proceed to score another 2 goals against me, and out of nowhere I had just picked up my first loss. This meant that if I was to lose 1 more game, I'd be forced to purchase FIFA points and join the dark side. And in this game, come on Nesta, I need you to step up. No. Oh, how does this guy have a 97 rated Mbappe? Oh no, our defense just can't keep up. Is he onside? No way, he's onside as well. It was also in this game when I noticed that only having 1 good attacker meant that our odds of scoring were just way less. And after conceding a 3rd goal to a green time shot from our opponent's 97 rated Mbappe, it was time for me to join the dark side. So with the $0 team, we made it to the first checkpoint in Division 7, but we all know what time it is now. 12,000 FIFA points, it is apparently the best value, and it costs $100, so I'm purchasing FIFA points for the first time. But after purchasing these FIFA points, wait, I just purchased it but I have nothing on my account. But then I logged back onto Foot, and there it was, 12,000 FIFA points on this account. Now the budget for the second stage is only $10, meaning that we can only open 1,200 of these FIFA points. But before opening these FIFA points, I claimed some of the objectives that we had completed, and then I opened the packs that we got back, of which we got nothing special back in return. I then went into the store and started calculating what the best packs that we could open would be for 1,200 FIFA points, and so I ended up opening 2 of these nano packs, which costed 50 FIFA points each and gave us absolutely nothing. And then the Shapeshifter starter pack, which costed 100 FIFA points, that we actually ended up packing an 85 rated card from, which is really good because we need fodder for these SPCs. And in this pack was also an 81 rated Upamecano, who we can definitely use in our team. But now it was time for us to open 1,000 FIFA points worth of packs, and so I started with the pack that costed 500 FIFA points. First pack, it's just a boards. It's going to be Jadon Sancho. And while there was a card that we could use in our team, I was disappointed because I had to spend 500 FIFA points on this pack. I then sold all of the cards that I didn't think I'd be using and then went to open the next pack. We're going to be opening this one, which guarantees you better cards, although all the items are untradeable. But that doesn't matter because of the only rule for this video, and that rule is that we're not allowed to purchase any cards off of the market. However, we can use coins that we make to purchase fodder to complete SPCs. This means that only items that we actually pack or get through completing an SPC is eligible to be used in our team. Come on, $10 spent after this pack. It's not showing us the walkout animation, but it is a walkout striker.
Hello there.
Yes, it is. We just got ourselves a 91 rated Lewandowski. Oh, and Haaland is in the pack as well. And this pack was massive because, as you guys know, we're trying to complete all of these SPCs in this video. Now, Peter Cech was the first SPC that I was looking to complete because he was the card that I thought could help us the most and also wouldn't take too long to complete. So I started constructing his most expensive squad, and after spending $10, we could afford to build an 86 rated squad, which was not bad. At this point, we also had enough coins to complete some of the cheaper squads for Peter Cech's SPC, but after not being able to progress any further, and after adding all of the players that we'd packed so far into this team, this is the type of team that you can expect to have after spending $10 on FIFA. And it's also now time for us to find out if we can make it into Division 1 with it. But the problem was that the teams that we were coming up against were still way better than the team that we had. And this would prove to be a massive problem, but fortunately skill is a factor that can allow us to solve this problem. But even then, it can only do that much. Come on. Oh, what did we expect? But although our players were way worse, the fact that we now had gold cards in our team meant that we had a little bit more of a chance. Come on, Crouch. Yes, can we find the pass? Easy goal, let's go. Crouch once again. He brings his keeper out, there's no one blocking the net, and we score. Pass to Crouch once again. Can we score? Yes, it goes in. And we proceed to score another 2 goals in this game. And thanks to Peter Crouch, we won our first game with the $10 team. And the second game with this team would go exactly the same as the first one did. Thanks to having an attacker as good as Peter Crouch, we were capable of scoring so many goals that even though our defense was bad and we would concede goals, we'd inevitably win this game by just outscoring our opponent. And this is exactly how the next game would start, because we'd get a 2-goal lead early on in this game. However, after this, our opponent's attack would just prove to be too much for our defense. Block that. No way. And as a result of that, our opponent would end up scoring 3 goals against us and stealing the lead as a result of that. Now fortunately, with the help of Peter Crouch, I was capable of scoring another goal and the game was now tied up. Nestor, come on. No. No, our defense is just too slow. And after our opponent scored in the 80th minute, only having one good attacker proved to be a massive problem because I wasn't capable of scoring for the rest of this game. This meant that we picked up our first loss, and if I was to lose one more game, our chances of failing this challenge would be even greater. So I had to try my best to win these games. Haaland now, can we find Crouch? We do? Yes, lovely goal. Nestor now into Haaland, and then into the back of the net. Crouch once again. Decent skill. Can we score? Yes, we do. And we proceed to score another 2 goals in this game. However, our opponent would still score 3 goals, and this just goes to show how much of a problem having a bad defense is. And to make things even worse, after winning this game, okay guys, so our loans have just ran out, so we're going to be replacing them with Lewandowski and Pau Torres, but things are about to get a lot tougher. But I seem to have been wrong about that. Gelson Martins. Oh, he actually scored. Because although Crouch and Nestor are better than Lewandowski and Pau Torres, they aren't that much worse. And after scoring 2 goals against his opponent in this game, they'd proceed to forfeit, and this meant that we won another game. It also meant that if we were to win this game, we would pick up a win streak and reach a checkpoint. Trippier with the interception, finds Gelson Martins into Lewandowski, you have to score this. And he does. And after scoring the first goal early on, Haaland would proceed to score a second goal for us, and this would cause our opponent to forfeit. This meant that we reached the checkpoint, but if we were to win the next game that we played, we'd make it into Division 6. And in this game, the fact that we at least had gold cards in our team now meant that we were a lot more competitive. And as a result of that, we scored 3 goals against his opponent, ended up winning this game and making it into Division 6. However, in Division 6, the opposition that we came up against was getting a lot tougher, and as a result of that, we'd concede first in this game. We'd then have to fight extremely hard to get ourselves back into this game, and after doing this, the momentum was once again on our side, and that allowed us to get a 2-goal lead. However, before the game ended, our opponent would score 1 more goal, and this game would end 3-2 in our favor. This meant that we obviously won this game, but I wasn't sure how many more I could win with this team before needing to upgrade it. But it seems like we could at least win 1 more with this team, because after scoring 3 goals against our next opponent, they would proceed to forfeit and we'd make it further in Division 6. But in the next game, I'd concede 2 goals early on and then have to fight back. Lewandowski through to our teammate. Oh, we need better players. And then after this, no? Oh, we conceded another goal. I don't think I can win this game, and I guess I'll just have to open more FIFA points. But before opening these FIFA points, I'd first claim all of the objectives that we'd completed in those games, of which one of them actually allowed us to unlock a 94 rated shapeshifter card. And after claiming all of this, I knew that we had $15 extra to spend, which means that we could spend 1,800 FIFA points. And after doing the math, I saw that I had to open two 7.5k packs in order to open the correct amount of FIFA points at the end. But unfortunately, as you can expect, we got absolutely nothing from these packs. But it was time for us to open one of the better packs. Okay, so I'm thinking of doing this pack because we do need fodder. However, I think I'm gonna go with this one because we need a lot more upgrades to our team. So come on, please give me something really good. It's a board, Spanish left wing. It's only going to be an 84 rated card. I then sold all of the cards in this pack that we weren't going to be using because having more coins would allow us to complete more of the SBCs. But it was now time for us to open a pack worth 1,000 FIFA points. Okay, this is the biggest pack that we've opened this far. There has to be something good in it. It's a walkout. Please be a left mid. Oh, okay, we got Mendy. Now just like the first pack, this pack was tradable as well. So I listed all of the cards that had value and then made sure to sell everything else that I didn't think we were going to be using. I then purchased the Team of the Week card because the most expensive squad for Peter Cech required us to have one of these cards in the squad. And then after adding him into the squad, I saw that we needed to purchase a 90 rated card in order to meet the rating requirement. And after one of our players on the transfer list sells, we will have enough coins to do that. But while waiting for this player to sell, I added a new shapeshifter card into our team and the Peter Cech's loan card, which we got from completing one of his squads earlier on. I then went ahead and grinded some XP as well because we weren't far from getting a pack. And then after getting the XP for this pack and then packing my favorite player from this pack, we had more fodder and Thiago Silva finally sold. This meant that we could afford to purchase a 90 rated card and therefore complete the most expensive squad for Peter Cech. But after trying to complete the final squad, we still didn't have enough fodder, meaning that after spending $25, we still weren't capable of completing Peter Cech, and my hopes of being able to complete all of the other SPCs that we wanted to had dwindled. Now later on in the video, we'll be opening packs worth up to 500,000 coins, but before we do that, this is a $25 team, and we now have to push as far as we can in division rivals with this team. And Peter Cech was absolutely insane. Finish? Yes. Oh, Cech seems like he's through. Can he finish? Of course he can. And Peter Cech would even proceed to score a hat-trick for us. Cech, mate. This card is so satisfying to use. And at this point, I was on the highest of highs, but I didn't know what was about to happen. Come on. Oh, why are our defenders so slow? Because after slightly improving our attack, our defense had basically remained the same, and this meant that all the problems that we had before were still there. And after conceding 4 goals in total, we'd have to fight hard to get 1 goal back and make the game 4-4. And at this point, an opportunity would be provided to one more player. And unfortunately, it wasn't us. Oh no? No, there's no way we didn't block that. And just like that, with the $25 team, we lost the very first game that we played. We then however proceed to bounce back by winning the very next game. However, we'd be required to score 7 goals in this game because we'd end up conceding 5 goals ourselves. And as you can see, these games were not getting any easier. And after going up by 1 goal in the very next game, our opponent would score 3 goals in quick succession against us, and I was literally about to forfeit, but I decided to stay in the game and try to work our way back. But then our opponent would proceed to score a 4th goal. But I still wasn't going to give up, and I kept on playing and eventually clawed my way back to the point where the game was 5-5. We just brought the game back to 5-5 and our opponent's making substitutions. He thinks that's gonna help him. But then as soon as the game resumed, oh no? Oh, he just subbed that player on. And I then proceeded to concede a 7th goal, and deflated, I'd lost another game with the $25 team. Now the penultimate stage is the $50 stage. And so we're gonna put another $25 into this team, and then see how good we can make it. Now the first thing I did was claim some objectives that I'd completed, of which one of them gave us a 2584 plus players pack. And with our goal being to get into Division 1, this should help us a tremendous amount by giving us good players that help us get there. Now we also had 3,000 FIFA points to open, so as a safe pick, to just ensure that I got all the fodder I needed, I spent 1,000 FIFA points on a pack that guarantees you 87 to 88 rated players, and then I had my eyes set on the 400,000 coin pack. Now that pack was better than the 84 plus times 25, so I opened the 84 times 25 first, and we ended up just getting an 88 rated Tony Cruz. There's no way this is the best card that we got. There has to be something behind him. Come on. Nothing, but the shapeshifters could be at the back of the pack. How did we not pack a single shapeshifter from that pack? Now, as you can see, we had some duplicates that we needed to get rid of. And so using the fodder that we gained, I completed the final squad for Peter Cech. And finally, Peter Cech is now part of our team, but it costed us almost $50 to get him. And we still had 3 more SPCs to complete. So these are the odds of the 400,000 coin FIFA point pack. And as you can see, we're basically guaranteed to get some form of shapeshifter card. So let's go ahead and open the pack. And we should see the shapeshifter. I'm getting a gold walkout. No, There's no way an 89 rated gold Casemiro is our best card.
Hello?
Yes, I knew it. We got a 94 rated shapeshifter behind him. And with 5-star skills, that was an insane card to add into our team. On top of this, with all the fodder that we've gained, I could afford to complete Guardiol's insane 93 rated shapeshifters card. And we now completed 2 out of those 4 SPCs, but we still had a lot of fodder left over. So I used some of the coins that we had to complete Zola's cheapest squads, and this allowed us to get Zola's card on a loan. And then I also started using some of the fodder that we had to try and complete some of the more expensive squads for Zola. Now to my surprise, we could actually complete the 2 most expensive squad for Zola's SPC, and this was by far the most expensive SPC that I wanted to complete. And yes, I used our 94 rated shapeshifter card because he was just trash, and although we weren't capable of completing him and I needed more coins and fodder to actually do that, we were capable of completing all except for one of the squads required. Now at this point, we couldn't make any more upgrades to the team, but I did have the best cards that we got, such as Zola's loan card, Kyle Walker's right back card, Modric and Spinach Zola, and this is the $50 team. Now you're probably wondering why Guardiol and Goethe are not in this team. Well, you see, because I recorded this segment a day after I recorded myself opening the packs, I ended up actually forgetting that we own these cards. And so with this $50 team, I started going into games, and because we now had upgraded our team and we had Zola's insane shapeshifter card, although it was on a loan, we were capable of winning a lot of games. And so that's exactly what happened. We won a lot of games and we made progress in the divisions, and eventually we lost 2 games as well. Now at this point, I was about to go ahead and open the final $50 worth of packs and build the $100 team, but then I realized the mistake that I just made. Now because we had already made progression, but we didn't actually give the true $50 team a proper run, I thought that it would only be fair if we gave the actual $50 team a run. However, instead of having 2 lives, we now only have 1. And the difference these 2 cards made was absolutely insane, because in our first game with this team, we beat our opponent by 7 goals. However, in the next game that we played, it seemed like our honeymoon period had ended, but we were then saved because our opponent would proceed to get a red card, and thanks to this we were capable of getting our way back into this game. Now we ended up scoring 9 goals against this opponent, but even with the red card, our opponent was still capable of scoring 5 against us. It was at this point when I noticed that this challenge would be a lot tougher than I expected it to be, and with my focus being on strengthening the offense, it meant that there was a lot to be desired at the back. And although I did feel like I could make it a lot further in division rivals with this team, finding this opponent in the very next game that we played definitely didn't work in our favor. Come on Guardiol, that's yours? No? It's always Mbappe. Okay, let's find check. That has to be a penalty. Okay, we have to score this penalty. And we do. The game's tied up. But shortly after tying the game up, no. Oh, we were down by another goal. And we needed our players to step up. Peter check. Oh, that was such a satisfying goal. And then we were even capable of taking the lead. Fine Goethe? Yes, and it's another goal. But our slow defenders would once again prove to be a massive problem for us, because after our opponent sent a first time through pass over to his Lukaku, he would score a goal and tie up the game as a result of that. After this, my opponent would slide Kylian Mbappe through, and after taking the lead against us, we would fight hard to try and get back into this game, but unfortunately we'd ultimately end up losing it. This meant that with the actual $50 team, we weren't capable of making it that much further, but it was now time for us to do our biggest pack opening yet, make the most upgrades that we possibly can to this team, and then try to make it into Division 1 before losing 2 games with that team. So we can now spend the rest of the FIFA points that we have, and I'm going to start off by opening a 250,000 coin pack for 3,000 FIFA points. This has to be massive. It's a walkout, Brazilian, CDM, and this time it's only Fabinho. Now behind Fabinho was nothing much at all. However, the pack was tradable, so I sold all of the players and made as much coins as I possibly could from it. But with only 3,000 FIFA points left and a pack worth 500,000 coins, we needed to get the rest of our upgrades for our team. Now after selling the players that we got from that pack, I could afford to complete the final squad for Zola's card. So Zola's shapeshifter's card now belongs in our team. And we now had 3 really good attackers, and we only really needed 1 more. Now at this point, I had these 2 SPCs favorited because Buffon would be an insane centre back and Martinez would be an insane attacker too. But I wasn't sure if I'd get enough fodder to complete both of these cards, so we needed to open the pack to find out. 500,000 coins pack. Let's open it with our final 3,000 FIFA points. This is it. A regular gold walkout, you're kidding me. Now it's a 91 rated Lewandowski, so I'm not sure if there's anything behind him, but we'll have to check. We do have Ronaldo in this pack, and Kante and Marquinhos as well, and both of those cards will prove to be insane upgrades for our team, but I wanted a shapeshifter so badly. Now to find out if we're gonna get one, I have to flip over this final page. Oh, okay, then it's this one. Or this one. How many pages are in this pack? No way! We packed 2 shapeshifters in this pack, of which one of them was an insane attacker. And this meant that I didn't need to complete Martinez's SPC. Now do we have anything else in the duplicate section? We have Götze as well, which means we've got 3 shapeshifters from that pack. And for once, I didn't feel ripped off after spending FIFA points. I then went ahead and added our shapeshifter icon into our team, as well as Marquinhos at the centre back position. But when I went to add Kyle Walker, unfortunately I couldn't add him because I already had him at the right back position. Now this was fine, I just used Edison in the goalkeeper position, and we could use Kyle Walker as fodder. And then I went ahead and added Kante into the team, and then completed Buffon's SBC, which meant that we now had an absolutely incredible centre back to play alongside Marquinhos. And the only position in this entire team that was lacking was the left back position. So using the fodder that we had left over, I completed an 89 plus FIFA World Cup hero player pick, and we could get ourselves a left back from this, but we could also pack some players in other positions that would drastically improve our team. Hero player pick now, and we're gonna have 5 options. Crouch returns, but we don't need an attacker. And Ricardo Carvalho will probably be the best fit. He's also a lot better than Marquinhos, so I'm going to choose him, and our back line is looking that much more solid. Now we still needed a left back, so with some of the fodder that we had left, and with a lot of the coins that we had left, I started completing an 85 plus times 7 upgrade. And after using most of the resources that we had in our club, we basically had no fodder left, but we now had an opportunity to get ourselves a left back. 85 times 7, we have to get ourselves a left back. It is a regular gold walkout. Is that going to be Jan Oblak? It is. It's an 89 rated Oblak. Now, is there anything behind him? Yes, there's an 85 rated Theo Hernandez. And that was an absolutely incredible left back to get for our team. But with some of the fodder that we got from that pack, I could afford to complete this 86 plus player pick, and this presented us with our final opportunity of getting an upgrade for our team. For 86 plus players, please just give me something insane. Oh, we got Cancelo. And from having no left back at all, we were now spoiled for choice. Now I ended up choosing Cancelo over Theo Hernandez because although I do think Theo is better, Cancelo offers us a lot more in terms of chemistry. And now this is the team that we've built after spending $100 on FIFA, and I have to say I am satisfied with it. However, it's now time to see if we can make it into Division 1 with this team. And the difference between our $50 and our $100 team was quite drastic. And as a result of this, we won the first 5 games that we played in a row, and if we were to win the very next game that we played, we'd make it into Division 4. Good, so now, it's so nice to have good attackers. We find Peter Cech, who finds Zola, and he's not going to miss from there. Zola now, this card is a gem, finds Campbell, and everybody is chiming in. Peter Cech now, no, that's not allowed. These cards are too silky. Now after this, we would end up conceding 1 goal, and this was because although we did upgrade our defense, it was still quite outdated, but I felt like with our team being decent overall, we could make it into Division 1. And in the very next game, we'd start off well by going up by 1 goal, however we'd proceed to concede 3 goals after this. Now this wasn't a true story of the game, because we'd end up scoring 5 more goals and winning this game 6-3, and in the game after this, we'd somehow win by the exact same scoreline, 6-3. I also started to feel like I was playing on top of my game. Peter Cech, nice. Kante, Fanzola, who scores? We're up by 2 goals. Peter Cech, once again, turns his man beautifully. Fanzola, with a lovely finish as well. And we proceed to score a 4th goal, and when winning games by scoring this many goals, I was ignoring the amount of goals that I was conceding. And so I could have been misrepresenting how good our team actually was. And this was backed by the fact that in the next game, oh no, wait, how did he score from that angle? Our opponent scored 2 goals early on. However, we were still far from Division 1, and I needed to do my best to get there. Zola, good finish. We can get back in this game. But then, no, we can't be getting scored on that easily. And in games like this, it showed that conceding so many goals was a massive problem. Because yes, we could still score goals, but if we weren't capable of stopping our opponents from scoring, we'd end up losing these games. But in this game, it seemed like we were about to survive the scare. Theo finds Zola, who's open, and we just about score. But a simple ball sent over the top by our opponent will spin our defense open and allow him to get back into the game. And at this point, only one player would receive another opportunity, and unfortunately, it was our opponent. Challenge? No way! How are we not getting the ball back there? This resulted in us losing this game, which meant that we had to make it from Division 4 into Division 1 without losing a single game. And with no time to dwell on those losses, and us having to achieve a lot more wins to reach our goal, my back was against the wall, and I needed to give everything that I could in these games. And having this mentality allowed me to win the next 4 games in a row, and we were now only 1 game away from making it into Division 3. But in this game, I'd concede early on. And then before halftime, our backline would once again be exposed, and our opponent would score a 2nd goal. Now at this point, I felt like I was being absolutely robbed because I knew that I was better than this player. Guardiol finds Peter Cech, who finds the back of the net. 1 more goal to go. Peter Cech once again. We're through. and he scores just about. And now we have 30 minutes to get another goal in this game. But unfortunately for the rest of this 30 minutes, we wouldn't be able to score a goal. Unfortunately, our opponent also couldn't score a goal, but this meant that we drew this game and we lost our win streak. Now we were still in the same position, so if we won this next game, we'd still make it into Division 3, but it seemed like our opponent had other ideas for us. Kyle Walker with the challenge. No way. But whenever we were struggling in games, I knew I could always call upon Peter Check. Nice finish, we're back in the game. However, after scoring this goal, our opponent would once again take the lead. However, we'd once again equalize. And then, check. What a finish! But shortly after scoring this goal, our opponent would once again equalize. And then in the 85th minute, come on, somebody's got to get there. No, we just conceded. And we're most likely going to fail this challenge. But after this, one player would be provided with one more opportunity. And this time, it was us. Peter Check. Just about scores, and by the skin of our teeth we're still in this challenge. And in the next game, we'd have to deal with one of the most horrible kit clashes, and so I knew that if I wanted to win this game, I needed to score solo goals. Peter Check, that was absolutely phenomenal. And we were truly being tested in this challenge. Okay, there's no way our opponent's Peter Check is this far up the pitch. Yes, it's our one and we score. And then I'll just leave you guys to enjoy this little bit of magic from Zola. Now, our opponent would end up scoring late into this game, but it was too late at this point, and this meant that we made it into Division 3. And in Division 3, the games were a lot tougher, but playing an almost perfect game allowed us to beat a very skilled opponent, and if we were to win our next game, we'd once again pick up a win streak. And in the next game, we'd concede early, but respond extremely strongly by scoring 2 goals back and taking the lead. After this, our opponent would however score a goal, and the game was now tied 2-2. Okay, it's half time now, but we should be winning this game. Zola now beats his man, into Peter Check, who finds Goetze, and we're up by 1 goal. Walker, this is your man? No? How can our defense be open that easily? Our opponent would then continue to exploit our defense by scoring another 2 goals against us, and we were now down 5-3. However, I still believe that I could get back in this game. Come on, Carvalho. How is he so slow? There's no way we concede. And after going down by 3 goals in the 85th minute, we were only capable of scoring 1 goal back in this game. But losing this game meant that we now lost 2 games with the $100 team. And it also meant that we failed this challenge. Now, if you guys enjoyed this video, you'll enjoy one of these ones. So go ahead and click on any of those videos to watch it.